Hi there, welcome back to Sheena's Homestead. Today I'm going to give you a little October garden tour to show you how things are going and that we still have a harvest. Given some of the natural disasters that have been happening around the country, I think it's important to talk about, and it's motivating to make sure that we keep going. I know in the fall things get so busy with family and friends and activities and school and things like that, but it is important to keep going, to keep planting seeds, yes, even in the fall, and I will talk about that a little bit more. But you can see here I planted this late in the summer and I am now getting squash. So it is worth it. Here is a little celery plant that is excelling now that the zucchini that I first planted has fallen over the edge, which is still producing, by the way. And I have some lettuce I planted late in the season. And this eggplant is just loving the fall temperatures and kicking out eggplant left and right. We tried some new varieties this year. We even grew broccoli, which you see right here. That has been new, fun, and exciting for the kids. And of course, our cherry tomatoes are still thriving and still kicking out tomatoes for us to use in this fall season. And you can see all the pumpkin that I have grown this year. I am up to number 12, which is a record for us here on the farm. The peppers are doing wonderfully with the cooler temps. You can see this one is kicking out jalapenos left and right. And later I will show you how we preserve these pepper plants so that we can plant them next year and give them a good head start. I bet you didn't know that you can do that, but I will show you in my next episode how we get that done. You can see here I've got a little bit of lettuce growing, and I also planted spinach. So that should be something we harvest soon. And these are lettuce plants that I planted underneath the tomatoes. Now that the tomatoes are dying back a bit, they are doing great, along with this basil. And my green beans are still producing as well. They were hit hard by some pests, but we've still been able to harvest quite a few green beans from them. This is our rosemary, which is a perennial. It has come back again and again. And this is winter squash. And here is the biggest carrot I have ever grown in my garden. It was quite the big one. And you can see here all the things that I harvested today, which is a great accomplishment for October. So I hope this is encouraging to you to keep going with your gardens. And if you didn't this year, next year, you know that this can happen for you too. It does get busy, things are tough, and we just got to keep going. Right here, I am deadheading a lot of the flowers that have bloomed and died on my Mexican sunflower plant. The reason that I'm doing this is because the hummingbirds absolutely love to come and drink the nectar from these flowers, and I know this plant will probably only live about a week longer before we get a frost that kills it off, but in the meantime I'm going to keep it going as best I can so that our friendly little travelers have something to eat and sip on before they head down south for the winter. And if you're new to flower growing and deadheading, it just means we're going to cut the dead ends off of our spent flowers. And what I'm looking for is where the new bud is on this plant. So you can see here you have a new flower head right there, and I'm going to take the old flower and cut it off so that the new one can grow. So as we head into winter here and we look ahead to our spring gardens of 2025, I just want to remind you and encourage you to try new things. It's okay if it doesn't work out. It's okay if, you need to tweak plans for next year. Just roll with it, and it is all worth it in the end. For me, there is nothing more important than growing nutritious food for my family that I control what goes on it and what goes in it. And that is just part of my gardening plan. So I hope this video was encouraging for you, and I hope that you're going to try some new things next year yourself. If you don't mind, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time on Sheena's Homestead.